G'day and welcome to the Hunters Campfire Podcast. My name's Mark and along with good mate Ian, we're here to help with all things hunting. If you're looking to start but don't know where to begin, you want to make the most of your next trip away or even plan that hunt of a lifetime, we've got something for you. You'll find our podcasts on Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon and plenty of others. And if you want more, head over to our YouTube channel, The Hunters Campfire, where we have plenty of how-to and hunting videos along with the full video production of every podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and good hunting.
We're off.
We're off.
Vroom vroom.
Happy Thursday.
Cheers.
Happy 3006 day.
Happy 3006 day. Yeah, by the time this goes to air, it'll be Creedmoor Day. Something.
270 days.
Creedmoor. Monday.
Your 3006 will identify as a Creedmoor.
No,
That's going to piss someone off.
That'll definitely piss someone off.
Anyway, how we going? What's going on?
You just got me thinking about what happens when you devolve into a Creedmoor. What do you devolve? You don't devolve from a 3006 into a Creedmoor. Maybe a 308. Is that where you go down?
Do you think once you're at 3006, you're a higher being?
No, it's a different action. So if you were devolving a 3006, you'd devolve it into a 270 down in a 2506. But I don't think you get to Creedmoor.
No, I don't think you would.
I don't even follow your logic.
Actually, no, 2506. Could be. Don't know.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Thinking now. Got me thinking
you're
now.
all enjoying this weird intro conversation. What are we here to talk about tonight, fellas?
2024. 2024 Creedmoor.
What? Is that what we're talking about?
I hope so.
What, Creedmoor or 2024?
No. Don't, I hope we're not talking about the Creedmoor. It's just that it's in my head now. Unfortunately, I got to get it out. That's why we're going to talk about something different.
Right. The Swede.
So the Swede. Well, I'd be happy to talk about that because I'd actually like.
Well, let's not talk about that.
You got him started now. Yeah.
I'm already bored.
I'd like a Swede.
Talk about something interesting.
I'd like a Swede. I'd like a Swede with a full-length timber stock.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just... We've decided to use chat to give each other cues. Stop, Mark, now.
Okay. But I'd like to use a Swede with a full-length timber stock to hunt with next year.
Oh.
So surely
that's the lead-in, is it?
Surely there's a bridge there. There. How's my sound, guys? Is it good?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you sound good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, I'm relaxing. So, you got me thinking about calibers, and that makes me relax. So
what is this full timber Swede going to be used for in 2024, Mark?
Killing stuff.
And then kick him in a ditch.
Shooting stuff in the head, basically. No, I would. So, okay, that's a good question. What do we want to do in 2024? So,
It's already stacking up.
Yeah, it is.
Talking to Jono earlier today, and they're like, "Oh, we should do this and this," and we're like, "Well, where are we going to fit it?" Because it's a full book.
Yeah.
In 2024, I would like to shoot a buffalo.
Hmm?
I would like to shoot a buffalo with the flatter horns this time. Because I've got
the big sweep.
I got the big, the crescenties things. I've already got the crescent moon, Indo style. So I want the big sweepers.
Well, have I got some news for you?
Okay.
Also, I shared with Jono today, and I won't share all of this, but I was talking to our mate Rob via email today from Athena Spatial.
Oh, okay.
And he's not just your average mapping guy.
Just your average.
He's above average. He's become super useful. So I spoke to. Well, I did tell him that.
So he's become our cartographer of choice.
Well, so here's the thing that got me very excited, and I think Jono reasonably excited this afternoon, was that he doesn't just do maps. but he's able to ingest a whole bunch of other interesting data to give you analytics, I guess would be the right word. So he talked about being able to use historical information to tell you at what time of year the water has come and recessed back, and where to identify, or where you would be able to identify large bodies of water would still remain. So we spent a lot, we spent a lot of our time looking for that water. Being able to identify that using GIS data up front and knowing that those are the low-lying areas of where water would still be would save a heck of a lot of time on a property of that size. I think that's awesome.
I think it's fantastic. Absolutely.
So he's using GIS to
and water flow information, I assume, because we know what the tides look like and when they come in, and you've got seasonal activity that's recorded and
rainfall,
all that information
historical
into
rainfall
data. Yeah. And there's a lot of probability stuff there. It could be a harsher summer or whatever, but if you were going to then measure the bodies of water based on the one most likely to still be there through to the 20th most likely to still be there, you could hedge your bets on number one being there. Interesting. We're going to get Rob on. Rob's coming on the podcast sometime shortly, and we're going to talk this through, and he's going to demo some of this stuff for us. So you're going to have to watch that one. And I think he's going to do a little bit of education for those that want to understand how to get a lot of this data from free websites and do it yourself. So, pretty nice offer. Thanks, Rob. We'll get you on shortly, and definitely before the territory. That'll be fun.
Definitely.
I'm actually thinking that would be really good for the Pilliga in about 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah.
And you go, well, we expect this dam will be holding water, but that one probably won't.
And the creek lines, the low-lying creek lines, where are they? Which ones to look at? Which ones to ignore? You could get some really valuable.
He's also talking about population mapping of specific animals. So you're talking about doing it for Samba country and doing the migration maps and population maps and things like that. Where it's most likely to see animals and things like that. I just wait. Let's wait. We'll wait. We have to wait because there's so many questions to ask. But I think it's a fascinating subject using
absolutely
big data, I guess, to help you in more ways than just looking at Google Earth.
What's it? Chat GPT.
GPT.
Chat. Where are the Samba?
Well, I did. That was actually the first thing I put into ChatGPT when I first discovered it. Was what is the best time to hunt fallow bucks in the Tamworth Nundle area of Australia? And it came back with an excellent response. Try it out if you don't know about it. It's worth asking.
No, someone accused me of using it to write a review.
Oh, really?
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, spill the beans, Mike, did you?
Well, that's what they said. And I said, well, unfortunately not, because all it's doing is pulling data off,
Yeah, it's using existing data that's out there.
So if no one's written no one's written a review about a new product, it doesn't, it just, all it does is then just goes to the, to the sales blurb.
Yeah.
So, it just gives you whatever the manufacturer or supplier's blurb is about that product, which you have already, So I went, because that they said, we reckon you use ChatGPT to do your reviews. And I went, okay. So I went, sure. I went home and
Googled what ChatGPT is.
How do I use ChatGPT?
No, I went there and did it, and I went, nothing. It's just like, just grab stuff off the Sarco site and just blah, blah, blah. So, no. So, unfortunately, no. Wasn't really, didn't work for me.
Right, so what you're saying is ChatGPT is plagiarizing your work.
Well, even that is even more interesting, because then when I produce and it goes in a print, does it get added into the ChatGPT?
As soon as it's online.
If it's online and publicly accessible, yes.
I've found, I found my own stuff online in the past. So maybe it does. So maybe I need to say something outrageous and see if that becomes accepted common knowledge, and we know that everyone's using ChatGPT.
Yeah, just make some outrageous claim about a product.
That's right. Just make some outrageous claim. Oh, look, it's true. It says so here. Yeah. So,
well, speaking of Googling things, I was looking for one of your articles the other day, and I thought I'd start by Googling your name, and you're a famous soccer player.
Yes. I tell you a very funny thing about. I tell you a very funny thing about that. Every so often, I get this massive influx of, whatever, on LinkedIn, that ain't, connection requests.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And and page visits, they call them slightly, profile views and connection requests. I get like hundreds. They all come in at once, and you kind of look at them and they're like, they're all from the Netherlands. They're all these Dutch people who want to connect.
Right after a team wins a game.
That's it. So something must happen there, and everyone goes looking for them. And I go. And one day I think I'm just going to go, yep, accept them all.
Build those connections.
That's right.
How many pro soccer players are on LinkedIn, though?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've never. I don't know.
To follow rather than connect.
They're looking for him, and they type in his name.
Why would you look on LinkedIn?
I don't know.
You might Google it, and LinkedIn pops up, right?
Yeah, that's
anyway,
it.
Fascinating.
That's right. Maybe they Google him, and then the profile comes up. Yes, there is this famous soccer pro.
I saw on social media.
Yeah,
we're kind of aware of it.
Are they? What's the score? We won the rugby. Rugby's the only sport that matters anyway.
So this is not a sporting podcast.
The only people that rugby matters to is rugby people.
Well, right. Good observation. No, our friend Matt.
He's playing in the World Cup cricket.
No. He's opened his Deer account.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
They are.
I don't know the details. I did send him a message.
They are getting smashed, by the way.
Yeah. I just saw the score.
They are getting smashed.
Matt, I've got no idea whether it was a public land deer. He hasn't said.
Okay. Yeah.
So he wanted to take his first deer on public land. I see he's... you haven't heard it here first because it's already on socials, but we'd love to know the details, Matt. If this was live, you could tell us, but it's not. So we'll find out and let you know. Now we can talk about hunting. And this is other side news before we get into...
I did see his post about the shank, but I just kind of went, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Didn't put it together. Fantastic news.
Right.
Okay, so where were we? Okay.
We're in the territory, hunting buffalo.
So I want to hunt buffalo, and I like to shoot a territory pig.
With a Swede,
but I won't be. But because I'm not going to take a 6.5 to shoot buffalo, to be honest. But so I would like to get a buffalo next year, and I'd like to get a territory pig, and I'd possibly shoot a donkey, but I'm not that excited by it. I do it just because we're supposed to, but it's not something I'm looking forward to.
Well,
poor old Pepe.
They want to shoot a little burro in a sombrero, with its ears sticking through.
Well, here's the thing, right? So last year we flew.
Yes.
And the logistics of that were difficult because, we were restricted to what we had, and we were reliant on other people that were up there. We had to hire a car, and we had to not smash it, Jono.
Wasn't me. I was accused of it, but it wasn't me.
Didn't all care. That's okay. We blame you.
No, but I found it. Remember?
Oh yeah, you did.
I found
the piece of the car.
I found the broken.
Oh yeah. So backstory here. Had a hire car, and because it was a commercial hire car, we had ridiculous insurance on it, and it was like it was $2,000
excess.
Or no, it was 6,000 excess. Whatever it was a dumb amount of money. And they said to me on the way out, that counts for windscreens. So as we're doing 140 kilometres an hour down the 140 kilometre an hour highway up in the territory, every truck that went past
those road trains
was a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
We were worried about it, and then eventually, it was great. We cruised around the farm. We did what we were doing, hunting buffalo, and everything was fine until somebody accidentally ran into an ant mound and bent the side
I don't think it wasn't an ant mound. I think it was like a ditch or like a culvert or something like that they hit the front on.
Yeah, and also tore off a mudguard.
The mudguard came off, and the side rail.
So I went into cranky mode, and Jono went into fix it mode, and Mark went and found the part, and we managed to.
Well, we were driving along, and we went, "Hey, look, there's a mudguard in that hole there."
And it normally stop the mudguard?
Well, no, I just looked at it and went, "Hey, look, there's a
Hilux mudguard."
Twilight. Oh, okay. We threw it in the back of the truck, and sure enough, we found the truck that it fitted.
Yeah. Anyway, we got our bomb back, which is the good part of the story. But where I was going with that is the logistics were not difficult. We were restricted based on the fact that we had to hire a ute and then somebody else's ute, and because we're all going ultralight, camps had no sort of power or solar or fridges or anything, and we were trying to manage out of eskies. And when it's 40 degrees and sticky as hell, we ran out of ice partway through, and we had to do an ice run, which burnt a day of hunting, which we didn't want to do again. So this year, if you follow along, we're taking the camper up. So we're going to do the drive mission instead. So it'll take us a couple of days to get up there. It'll take us a couple of days to get back. So it'll be a slightly longer trip. But while we're there, we'll have solar and water and the kitchen and all of the good things. But just so Peppies of the future are aware, we'll be able to take the meat back. We'll be able to try donkey meat and keep it. We'll put the sombrero on it. We'll mount it on the front of a troll for the drive back to Brisbane. We'll see how that goes. But
the only question I have is that you're taking the patrol. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you know how to put it in four-wheel drive? Because you don't know how to put a Hilux.
Because you don't know how to put a
Hilux in four-wheel drive.
Where did that come up?
When we got stuck?
When you got stuck, yeah.
I got two-wheel drivers.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, and then I got in the car like a day later, and I was like, "What? That four-wheel drive button right there."
Yeah, I remember.
We had to get towed out.
That's right.
I've read the manual. Yeah, we thought it was a two-wheel drive ute for a while.
Yeah, and then I just like, "Isn't that four-wheel drive right there?" Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. And we never got stuck again.
That's true.
No,
very true.
I'm not looking forward to the fuel bill though. Put it that way.
We'll go fourths because we've got a friend coming.
Yeah, it's going to be less.
It'll be cheaper than
flights.
Yeah,
that's some flights.
Yeah, and first time.
And it'll be less.
V8 patrol drivers usually use more foot because it sounds cool.
And it'll be less than extra luggage.
Oh yeah. Having to go there
lots of pros.
That's
right.
Lots of pros. I mean, we'll have a hot shower or a cold shower, depending on.
I think a cold shower. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand a cold shower.
Up there, but all of those good things. Yeah, and I won't have to sleep in a tent because I'll have a camper. Moving on.
There you go.
That's the territory. So that's number one as a major ticket item hunt for next year. We're all heading up that way. Donkey's on the list, definitely.
Donkey's on the list.
Pepe's on the list.
Pepe's going to get.
And for those listening, the donkeys themselves, if you haven't seen a Northern Territory donkey, the reason why we're calling them Pepe and stuff is that the joke is that you're thinking like a little buru that you ride at the the country fair that the kids sit on and go around in a circle. And these things are actually significant. They're like 4/5 a horse. They're a big animal.
They are.
They are.
And I remember the first one I saw, I went, "There's a horse there." No, that's not a horse. That's it. I went. Now as soon as I saw the prints in that bank, went, "Oh, it's been here through," and then went.
Yeah, we thought you thought it was a horse.
I thought it was a horse. I thought.
Yeah. Well, they were big footprints. I wasn't expecting.
I thought that's a horse. I thought, oh, there's a horse running around here, and then we look over and there it is. And I went, oh, that's a donkey, but it's a big donkey. It's a big bugger, and it's fair bit of meat through them too. They're a big, heavy set animal. I was quite surprised.
Take some lead as well.
Quite surprised. So
he was tough, and he.
They were, it was a big animal.
Tough skin, tough everything.
Yeah, it's very surprising. It wasn't like the the little
the country fair.
Ballroom down at the country fair.
So what else is on that list, Mark?
So I want to start, or I won't start there, but NT Buffalo. I really want to go back to the Pilliga again.
You know what else was big about donkey?
Oh, yeah, hung like a donkey. Yep.
Yeah, well, as the name suggests. So yeah, well, I didn't really need to see a set of donkey balls, but anyway.
Ian has a habit of sharing those around.
It's really fun when you're on an airplane and you can just airdrop them to everybody.
That's why he wants to take the vehicle so he can bring home. He's not talking about donkey meat.
He's talking
about donkey meat. He wants to bring home donkey meat.
Hold on.
So
it'd be good
share these for
a whole mount done for the front of the house.
Well,
my wife would love it.
What do you call it? Yeah, you could call them dry plains oysters or something like that.
Floodplain oysters.
Floodplain oysters.
All right, it'll be a thing.
Has anyone ever eaten?
I'll take the marinade. Huh?
Has anyone ever eaten testicles?
No.
I got a feeling I have.
No.
I was tricked into it as a boy when my dad was killing sheep.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that would have happened. He was always playing fun tricks like that on people.
Yeah, I don't think I have. No. I haven't intentionally.
They're not supposed to be bad. It's just got to get your head around it.
It's supposed to be very tasty.
Well, yeah.
Just the thought of eating.
Very tasty.
Yes, very tasty.
I went to the abattoir once for a university assignment, and the guy said because they were slaughtering cattle, he said that there is a place in the world where they'll eat the animal. So
everything
will be eaten.
Yeah.
Not in the same place, but it will all be eaten. Somewhere around the world, someone will go, we eat that bit, or we eat that bit, we eat that bit. So yeah, I'm sure that people regularly eat them in certain parts of the world. I know I don't, but that's it. So yeah.
That'd be good.
Want to hunt Pilliga again? I really do. That's a pretty special place for me. So I want to get back there. I want to do a big camp, invite people along.
First. Pilliga hunt camp.
Yeah, I think that's
What are we saying?
I think it's certainly big enough. Even if we don't have, we could have hunt camps. We could do lots of different. You could do lots of different things. It's big enough. Lots of activity there.
Can accommodate a lot of hunters, personal size.
And it's not bad to have. It's not a bad place to have a big crew because it can get a little treacherous at times. So it's good having that kind of backup. So it's not a bad thing. And for a lot of people, I know, for instance, I've been speaking to some people. They're a little daunted by its size. How do you approach it? What do you do? So I don't think. And literally, you could have 3 different camps, and they're like,
you never would though.
30, 40 k's away from me.
The camaraderie camp is too much.
No, but I mean, you could have you could do a lot in there. You could move around a lot. You could have different positions. You could do whatever you want.
You could have an east camp, west camp.
Yeah. And that's right. And remember, really, you got 3 forests in Pilliga. You've got east on the eastern side of the highway, east on the western side of the highway, and then you've got west. So you've got
the surrounding forest as well. You got Jack Creek, and
you got those 3 big sections, and then you've got a number of other forests around. So there's lots of opportunity there, and I think if we can make it happen, it'd be a great hunt camp type of experience for some people.
So that's 2024 Pilliga hunt camp. What time of year are you thinking?
I reckon it's always good to go to Pilliga. Actually, this time's not a bad time.
So this time next year, you think?
Sometime around this time, or even a touch earlier, because it's central New South Wales, it can be quite cool. So it can actually be really pleasant, and then it gets stinking hot. I've hunted Pilliga nearly all the year through in different times. Just looking at weather averages. Let's have a look. Just Don't mind me. I'm just typing.
Pretty warm out there this week.
Yeah,
37.
right, it's
37
right.
today.
So now it's hitting
it's been warm. It's been 37 here, mate.
Yeah.
True. That's it. It's hitting.
Yeah, good warm up for the territory.
What's the average? No, I'd go after territory myself. But if you kind of look at averages, average in September is 27.5 and 7.9 at night. Average in October is 30 and 11. Average in November is 33 and 15. So, it's hot during the day, but it's pleasant sleeping at night, cool weather, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My last trip there was in the Christmas break, and it was hot, but it was manageable hot.
Mm-hmm.
We were still able to hunt in it, and you'd sweat. The storm came over, and we all got drenched and kind of welcomed it. So this time next year, so if people are interested in wanting, if people are interested in wanting to hunt the Pilliga, and they want to come with a crew, we'll put an event site up on our Facebook page, so that you can register your interest, and we'll plan towards it. The date might move around and change a little bit, but we'll put it up there just to get a gauge of interest. So jump on there and have a look. We would love to offer more people to come up to the territory for buffalo, but we just can't, unfortunately. We've got one listener coming along that was pre-organised, and we'll probably have to put a black bag over his head so he doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah, that's right, because it's a private land hunt, and
it's private land.
Whereas with Pilliga, it's public land. So if you've got an R license, you're away. I will do my annual hunt with my son, probably in the June-July area. And obviously I want to do a deer hunt somewhere in there. But what I want to do next year is I'd like to have a go on the flying, on the feathers. I'd like to try and get a feathers hunt.
Yeah.
Try and get a feathers hunt in somehow. Not sure when. Remember, there's different options. There's rice mitigation. There's the season down in Victoria.
There's the geese in the territory.
There's geese in territory. That's very interesting too. So there's different. I'd like to do another. I'd like to hunt birds because I will probably be in England in December next year. And I'll definitely be shooting birds, so I need to get a bit of practice. So I'm a terrible shot. When it comes to shotgun, I'm fantastic at shooting pigs. Flying stuff, not so crash on.
No.
So that's what's starting to form up for me.
Your main new species next year is wing shooting.
Yeah, I'd like to. To expand that, I'd like to use the shotgun more next year. So I'd actually consider shooting rabbits as well, the shotgun. But I'd like to do a little bit more shotgunning next year. Couple of reasons. One is I love shotgunning. Two is I've bought myself an new old, depending on how you want it. A new old shotgun. Bought a 28 gauge. Lovely CZ 28 gauge. And I'd like to walk around with that. Try to do some wing shooting or ground shooting with that as well. So yeah,
there's some great ground shooting to be done in Nundle and Hanging Rock for bunnies.
There's plenty of bunnies around,
right?
Yeah,
heaps of bunnies. Yeah,
I saw a pheasant in Nundle as well.
That's right, peacock.
Proper pheasant, proper long-tailed pheasant. Yep,
like English pheasant, not
English pheasant.
Yeah, well, they're not English
pheasants. Well, that style of pheasant. Yep, we saw one in Nundle.
There's a lot of people around here call the cuckoos a pheasant, but they're not.
No, that's not a cuckoo. That's a corkul. Cuckoo's a different bird again. A corkul. Coucal, I think.
Oh, righto. Very good.
Corkul.
Yep. No, I saw one up in the ponds in
We had them on our property in New Zealand when I was growing up. And they were open for shooting in duck shooting season.
That's it. Corkul.
That's good. I was watching one of the Meat Eater episodes, one of the more recent ones where they were doing squirrels and
squirrel shooting.
Oh yeah,
and then bunnies, right? Yeah. And it was like, oh, we're gonna go squirrel shooting, and I'm pretty sure I saw shotguns in there. I know they were giving old mate a bit of curry about carrying a shotgun because it's not the thing to do. Squirrels were made for 22s, and they were talking about that, and I thought, oh, that's a shame. I thought that'd be a really cool idea. And then they got into bunnies, and I thought they were going to start shooting them with 22s, and they pulled the shotguns out. And shotguns are made for bunnies. All right, eh? That's good. There's a whole bunch of them have popped up on my place, and I'm going to have to get the Ultra Ligero out of its box and go for a wander around, because there's a population explosion. Every time I go mow the lawns, I chase little, I guess you call them kittens, pups, kittens, out from their, the little juvenile ones. But there's quite a few, so I'm gonna have to go on a bunny massacre sometime soon. But I gotta get a recipe sorted, because the last one failed miserably.
Are you talking about hares or bunnies?
Hares.
Yeah.
Hares, I find hare very gamey, very dark meat. I'm not a big fan of hare. I've had a hare pie before, but normally, it's a game pie, which has got hair in it, hare and other species in it. It was okay, but I find hare just too gamey. I love rabbit. Rabbit is beautiful.
Oh, rabbit's beautiful. Yeah,
I love rabbit.
I tried the hare that I shot here, and I went out and specifically shot one to give it a try. And I think I probably aged it wrong. I skinned it. And I know a lot of people say, what they call it, what's the term when you leave the guts in them for a week?
I don't know.
You told me, Jono.
Don't know.
No, jugged hair. That's
jugged hair, yeah. You leave the entrails and everything in it for a week. I didn't do that. I cleaned it out straight away, but I skinned it and then put it in the fridge to age. But because they're so lean, there's not a lot of meat to them. By the time the fridge not burn, but it sort of crusts over the outside. There's not a lot left. Yeah. By the time it crusts around both sides of the leg, there's not a lot inside it. So I kind of stuffed it. So I'd like to have another go at it, but I did try a bit of the inside, like the softer meat that wasn't damaged, and it's very venison-y.
Yeah, it's very gamey. It's a very dark, heavy.
But I don't find. Yeah. Maybe I just don't know what the word gamey means, because it kind of just means flavour. But it's very dark meat, but it wasn't so strong it was unpalatable. It just
the ones I've had when I've had hair before, I found it's very dark meat. It's very rich, very strong flavour. Overpowers the other meats that I've had with it. So I wasn't a huge fan of it. I ate it, but rabbit stew.
It's white meat, right? So it's a different again.
Well, there's bunnies up on the block in Brisbane Valley. Bunnies. Got them on camera.
Take your little 22, Mark.
They're in Queensland. It's Brisbane Valley. Bunnies.
It says so at the border. They're not here.
What? What's he talking about?
No bunnies in Queensland.
Oh, isn't it? Okay, sure.
There's a big fence that runs, isn't there?
No, this one.
They all got stopped in China at the wall.
This one, fence, great wall, great fence. These ones must have been on holiday or something. They were with, what they were? They were with that deer that had tag in its ear. They were on his back.
Oh. Yeah.
Or her back.
Well, it'd be good if we did have a few around, because they are a tasty little thing. But
they are so good eating.
I'll settle for second best for the minute. But yeah, it'd be good to do a bit of small game hunting. That's certainly on my list of things to do. But I don't have the same interest, I don't think, in wing shooting.
I love wing shooting. I put up that post this week about the Grey Wing Franklin that I shot in the Eastern Cape. That was over English pointers. That was with an old English hammer shotgun. It was amazing. That was one of the best days, my best hunting days ever.
What's new on your hunt list for 2024, Jono?
So for me, I think another buffalo. I'd like to get another one. I know I got one last year. I'd like one like Mark, one with the sweeping horns. I think that's up there for me. A nice big buffalo bull. But I'd like to go for a completely new species for me. Something I've never hunted before, never shot before, is a chital. So never seen one in the wild before. So I think a chital for me. I know it's one of those iconic Queensland deer species. I've shot rooster before. I haven't shot a stag. I've shot hinds, but for me, the chital with the spots. I think, I'd really like to go for a chital. That's and I'm slowly ticking off the species available in Queensland. So as I said, I've shot rooster, shot reds, shot fallow, but a chital. I think definitely a chital for me.
So who's got chital access? No one here, listeners. Help Jono out. That'd be great. I mean, there's a pocket of them around Texas. They're hard to get onto.
I think the sort of
Queensland's
more
still-
central Queensland, North Central Queensland for me. If you go,
Way. Yeah.
that way, I think that's the iconic for me. For shooting chittle. The other one is another C. Is I'd love to get a camel.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. A big bull camel.
A nice
Yeah.
big camel.
A dromedary.
I think it's such a big animal. I mean, I've shot the buffalo, I've shot the donkey. What's bigger in Australia is probably a camel. So, and I know there's thousands of them out there, and they have to be shot.
This fascinates me. Like they say that there's more camels in Australia than there are anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Right. So Australia's kind of the home of the camel.
There's one just over the hill.
You see it. I know. I see them driving around countryside as well. But surely there's a
heap
state.
of them at Harrisville.
Is there a public land opportunity anywhere to shoot camel? They don't roam around the hills in Victoria, so that's a no. They're not on our game species list for New South Wales.
And there's no public
Are
land
they up
in
in the
Queensland.
territory? Are they in the territory?
I think they are. I don't know where, but I would have thought so. They must. That's where they were introduced, was the territory.
Yeah, that's right. So they must be in there or down into Western Australia.
Boyley might know. We should ask Boyley. He should know.
We'll ask Boyley.
Yeah.
We need to get on a camel hunt because that was definitely one of the ones on my list as well.
Yeah.
Been talking about bull camel hunt, and I went to Alice Springs and there were wild camels around Alice, and they talked about how destructive they were. They just smash trees. So yeah, that's high up there on my list as well.
I've seen
and
wild.
I'm going to have to take one for the team and shoot a samba. Since you fellas don't want to do it. Again, we were talking about it today. I know you want to.
It's not that I don't, but yeah.
But we're talking about today. It's almost. I was saying to Jono today. It's almost so easy you neglect it. Like not easy to shoot it, but to go and hunt it. Like it's for me now. It's literally an $80 bonza flight. And there's enough people down that way that we know that would come for a hunt for the weekend and put you into a spot. It's just a matter of actually going and doing it because it's not hard to throw your pack on your back with your rifle on a plane and just go.
But I think, like you said, is the fact that it is easy to get down there means you don't do it. You look for the more challenging things. Yeah.
Keep putting it off. Yeah. It's harder to go and hunt in Nundle.
More
By
expensive
the time
too.
you get in the car and take your camper and drive down there and set it all up, much easier to go. So I'm gonna, like I said, take one for the team. I'm gonna go put some time and effort into Samba. A couple of weekends over the year, see what happens. They're my two. But other than that, that one gives us an opportunity to connect with hopefully a listener down in Victoria and put together a bit of a collaborative hunt down there. But there's other opportunities for listeners to come along this year as well to hunts. And the first one is, other than the Pilliga one that we spoke about, is our year 3 of hunt camp in Nundle. We'll be in Nundle, not Hanging Rock. So that will be, for those that are interested, it'll be the week of the 16th of April. Okay. So the 16th is Tuesday. That's a magic day in Nundle. Full rut, I reckon. So 16th of Tuesday, we'll probably be there on the Saturday before, the week in between.
Exactly 6 months from today.
Exactly. And what day can we book? Valentine's Day. Come on, fellas. We all know what day that is. Valentine's Day is the day that you can go onto the site, which is 60 days before, and book. And not that I want to give away all my... No, I'm not going to give away all my... No, I'm not going to give away all
you got to keep some secrets.
I'll keep some secrets for later. But come to that. That'll be a good one. It is limited in numbers because there's only a certain amount of spots in the park. But I think 20 to 25 or something like that. So first and best dressed on that one, and hopefully one of us gets a booking so that we can attend.
That'd be funny if we didn't. We'd have to hand the keys. We'd have to hand the keys out to someone. So there you go, you run it.
Yeah. But it'll be as good as the last year's. We've got our finger on the pulse there at the moment. So there's quite a lot of animals that have come out of there. The red deer have picked up in numbers.
That's
you're seeing or following along. A lot of red deer coming out of there. So it's great to see that they're building their numbers up. and we'll do our best to get all of the great giveaways and prizes, and not gambling.
Not gambling.
No gambling.
No gambling.
Not if our last podcast we can't.
No.
Can't be a raffle, but there'll be giveaways.
Will be some kind
Come and
of.
enjoy it. Fun.
Yeah.
What else is in there?
What else is in there?
We got the slam.
Yes.
Oh, we've got to have a slam rematch.
I'd like to attend a slam this next year if I could. That'd be good.
Wonder who's not going to go.
I just shoot pigs.
Here's a reason to leave Mark at home.
Yeah, there will be no other animal shot. There's just going to be pigs piled up.
That's it. Can't see.
Yes. Well, I think we might be looking for a new location for the slam because the place that we went last year is on the market.
Oh. So if anyone's looking to buy a property, we know an awesome place.
Oh, God, so
beautiful
much.
property.
So much on it. Yeah. Is it still for sale? You've got an eye on it?
I last checked about 2 weeks ago. It was still up. Yeah. Check now.
We're going to hope these things don't go quickly.
No, yeah, and probably not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the rural market, but it seems that it might actually. Yeah, it might be slowing down because perceived drought coming and things like that. So yeah, you never know.
I don't see it up on the website.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe he changed his mind.
Or maybe it's sold.
Oh, it usually come up and say sold though. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's 2024 sort of locked away.
As I suppose, rolling up to the end of this year, we've got a few podcasts still scheduled. We'll probably finish up in a week or two before Christmas, and we want to think about something that's a little bit different. So we're thinking about a Christmas special and a Christmas trivia special, which would be run as a live event. So everyone could join in, and we might host a, hunting and outdoors and trivia night. That's the idea anyway.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fun.
There'll be a prize involved. We'll get
prizes,
plural. We'll work that out a little closer, and we'll, obviously, once we've finalised that, post it up. But there'll be some prizes involved. So we're going to run a trivia night for our end of year wrap up.
So, Jono, how does this work?
Yeah.
So we're going to run what's called a Kahoot quiz. So it'll be an interactive quiz where if you want to enter, you've got to get the app, the Kahoot app, and then we'll share a pin that you use to log into the game. You can put a name in, funny name, whatever it is, just as long as we can identify you. We're going to have a selection of questions that we have all come up with. We're going to put them into a pool, and we'll select. If we get 60 questions, we'll probably ask, say, 30 from that pool. It'll be interactive. You'll get 10 seconds to provide an answer. It's multiple choice, and the quickest one in. Even if 4 people get the right answer, the quickest one to answer correctly is the winner. You get points for the speed that you answer and the correct answers. And at the end of it, there'll be a winner, and that winner will win an awesome prize.
So we'll have a few different categories of questions, I guess. There'll be stuff about general hunting in Australia and maybe some species stuff, and there'll probably be some questions about podcasts and guests that we've had and some of the quirky stuff. So, we'll see a massive spike in our podcast views leading up to it. Everyone will be cramming like mad. We know because
it's an awesome prize.
This
you
is
got
one
it,
of the
yeah.
prizes.
I was trying to build some momentum about the
This is
prize.
one of the prizes.
He's going to talk.
The prize.
For those listening, we were trying to build some momentum around the prize, but Ian has been unable to control
Ian's been wanting to give that away for a long time.
So we're going to be giving away a Zolio as part of the prize pack.
As part of the prize pack.
A Zolio.
Yeah.
So if you're desperately wanting to join the Zolio, the Hunters Campfire Zolio fan club, here's your chance.
Get watch some of the watch all of the previous podcasts. too.
Actually, watch all of them, all the way through.
And read up on Australian deer species and all the rest of it. So
That'd be good.
Yep.
you'll be a chance to win. Awesome
Should
prizes.
be fun. It'll be a good interactive night and a bit of a laugh. So that's the idea. So come on. It's an individual thing, not a team, right?
It's individual, correct?
Yeah.
Unless there's 3 people together, but no, it'll be individual.
Oh, okay. Like at the same location.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very
It's done. It's done on per device. So you've got to have your a phone or a laptop or an iPad. Yeah.
I just looked it up, and basically you just get a PIN number and you click it and away you go. So it'll be very,
Correct.
very easy for everyone to get on.
Mm-hmm. So
And,
we'll share their PIN number,
yeah,
and then
as
everyone
part of
will
the
enter.
deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And once everyone's locked in,
Again, there'll be an event that gets thrown up on the Facebook page in our event section. It'll be tentatively the 20th of December,
Yeah.
which is a Wednesday, which is our usual podcast night.
and that'll be we'll do that live on Facebook and YouTube.
I'm looking at the cricket score.
Rugby's the only sport that matters, mate.
That's right. It would appear so at the moment.
173 for 7. Ouch.
Very good. Anything else this evening, fellas?
So hunting next year. Interestingly enough, this will be episode 75 of our podcast. So we are drawing ever closer to the magic 100, and certainly we'll have to do something for that, and that'll happen sometime next year. So we're working our way towards that, which is and the continuing support of the podcast has been great. It's quite exciting that we've managed. We'll get to 100, and maybe by the time we get to 100, we'll have some level of proficiency and professionalism in this production. Or maybe, like they say, once you get to 40 and you haven't grown up, you just keep going. So maybe we'll just keep going with what we're doing.
Well, I think it's either you become proficient and professional, or you just give stuff away and people stop caring too much.
And just
we're going for that.
Okay, so we're just going to talk rubbish, give stuff away model. That's our model of podcast. There's our business case. So that's happening. So which is really good. The YouTube channel is.
It will be interesting. What do we give away for 100th episode? That's got to be.
It's got to be a big.
Pretty mega.
You know what's come to mind?
No.
Is a poaching trip with Jono.
Or a spotlighting,
a poaching trip with Jono, and
a spotlighting.
The prize is a pair of pliers.
And
a pair of pliers.
Well, you cut the fence somehow. You got to cut the fence.
You can't come on a spotlighting trip with me because I've graduated to thermal.
Look at that.
So his neighbours
will be my second-hand spotlight that I no longer need to use anymore.
The neighbours won't be able to report him anymore because they won't see the lights. There we go. He's going to say. You did mention.
Hang on, before you carry on, did you post that meme that came from Frank? Which was, this is how Ian likes
No, that hasn't got it. We need to put that up.
Oh, okay, we need to put that up. Put it up.
Did you see that? Sure. And it was a deer on the wall with spotlights pointing at it, posted like it was shot or something like that. I thought that was classic. Good job.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
You did mention that one of the things that's happening is on the website we're going to, it's already created, we're going to populate it, which is basically a secondhand gear page. What we're calling pre-blooded, which may or may not appeal to everyone, basically secondhand gear. Because all of us over the year have collected a whole stack of very, very high quality gear that we don't use. So it's time to release it back to the marketplace. So that's happening as well. So that's another.
And
definitely keep an eye for that.
Any examples of things that you're going to throw up on that, Mark?
Mate, knives that are still in boxes.
Torches, never used.
Olights went there?
Oh, I don't know about torches. Knives that I never used, that are still in boxes. Really good quality shooting sticks and things like that I've used once and put on the shelf. And various other pieces of hunting paraphernalia.
Jono, got anything that you're thinking of chucking up on there? Just to give them a general feel for it?
Yeah, I've got some optics, some old optics. Well, I say old, but optics that aren't being used, sitting in a box. So yeah, I'll be checking them up. Some good scopes.
Yeah, I got a scope that'll go up. It's one that I don't use anymore, but it'll be brand new by the time it goes up there because it's stuffed and it needs to be replaced under a lifetime warranty. So it'll come new in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I dropped it. It's here. It's my original Bushnell
Bushnell.
Elite.
Oh, okay.
It's a great entry sort of scope
They
for
are.
someone who's putting a new
They
package.
are.
It
The
does a
elite,
great
the
job.
elites are quite good. Is it the 4500 or 3500?
And where do I find that?
What's the number written on it?
3200.
3200.
There you go.
So it's 2 gens.
Yep. So it's the 5 to 15 power, and
Cool.
anyway, it's a good scope. And I dropped it when I was samba hunting, and I've broken one of the adjustment knobs, so it'll go back to Bushnell under its lifetime. No questions asked warranty. Come back brand new and go up on the site. So you'll get that. And I've got a couple of things like I've got a near brand new big pack that'll go up there that I'm
Yeah,
never going to use.
I got a pack. I got a pretty good news
I've got
pack.
a full Hennessy hammock super shelter setup that I went through a phase and it didn't suit me. In fact, you would have heard in an episode some time ago that I was in that hammock when I got nudged awake by a cow in the middle of a park, and it freaked me out, and I spun out of it like a dying spider. It's that hammock. I can't sleep in it anymore. Don't trust hammocks.
The night terror. The night terror
Yeah,
edition.
it's just the nightmares come back every time.
That's right. The night terrors
How
edition.
do you sleep in a hammock after that?
I don't know.
I've never slept in
I don't know
one.
if I've had so I wouldn't know.
You haven't slept in a hammock? Yeah,
No.
no, it's a great setup. A lot of people like hammocking.
I'm not a
Got that
17th century sailor. So.
Under insulation and all that sort of good stuff. So anyway, keep an eye out for
Brown.
free-blooded gear on the website. There'll be some good
Brown.
quality stuff for good prices that we're trying to
Sure.
project. That's
Yes. There's all that stuff. So, anything else new and exciting happening? So, we've got Christmas. We'll kick off again sometime in the new year. The YouTube channel's up to like 177 videos, which is pretty fantastic. We're loving the continuing Facebook conversations.
We also need to do the competition winner.
For what?
Oh,
Yes. Oh, we got another competition going too, man. We
The
got
photo.
competition.
Photos.
Competition.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well,
Wade, he actually won Errol Mason's book today.
so
I saw that. Yeah.
and we've already got the prizes, though I can't remember them for the Facebook competition, haven't we?
We got a knife kit
The knife set.
That's right. We got that fantastic
And-
knife set.
and
there
a
were-
Zolio.
No. We got the maps.
Oh,
yeah.
the thinner map.
Yeah.
Thinner spatial
Yeah.
map. Yeah.
Man, I wish I knew what I was talking about. We got the maps. That's right, and we got the knife kit. So we might actually draw that soonish.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think we need to bring that to close before the Christmas special.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll
Yeah.
close it
Well, we might-
early December.
Relaunch it, get a bit more activity on it.
Yeah, we
and
might.
then-
So that's right. So we're going to give it a bit of a rev up this week, and close it out in early December, and then run the great Christmas pageant in towards the middle of December, and then we'll have a Christmas New Year break, and then we'll be back in the new year. Trying to think of anything else exciting happening. So that's about it, isn't it?
That's it,
I'm
right?
getting a Blaze Orange mag coming from Beretta for the CTR, and we're going to see how that works out. And we might try and figure out a way that we can make them more accessible. We're going to we're going to figure out something around that.
I was thinking
And
about sending the floor plate of my Remington 700 in to get done because it doesn't have a mag.
oh yeah,
Mm.
oh yes.
Oh, because it's the falling plate. Yeah. We could-
And the other thing is, we will eventually, being 2024, probably being what I mean by eventually, get some merch happening.
More merch. Yep.
We're going to make a more concerted effort into the merch space because people are asking things like hats and T-shirts and stickers and stuff like that. And we have a very, very small number of them, so we're actually going to give it a bit more of a kick along.
Good stuff.
and they'll be
Okay.
available on the website to purchase.
Uh-huh.
And if you say something nice about us on socials, you'll probably just get one.
Yeah. He doesn't
And
like
if you come to the
flattery.
hunt camp, yeah.
He doesn't like flattery.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
It's good. Okay,
catch more flies.
call it a night.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good. Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks, gents.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, gents.
Thanks, listeners. Talk to you soon.
See you around like a whistle.